What's common between the Tom Cruise starrer Minority Report and the really famous TV show Person of Interest? Well, they're both based on the assumption and the idea that crime can be predicted. And although these are fiction, events now are slowly matching up to that very idea. And what do I mean by this? Well, to put it simply, law enforcement agencies across the world are experimenting with and adopting technologies known as predictive policing. And how exactly does this work? And how ethical are these systems? Well, let's try and find out. Predictive policing is a term that is a sort of umbrella term used to describe the police's techniques in predicting crimes. But what does predict really mean here? That's a question that needs to be asked. Does it mean that, suppose today I'm gonna decide that I wanna rob a liquor store 1 week from now? Does that mean the police already knows about my plan and can stop me any day before? Well, not really. That's more like seeing into the future. What a police force can do is to use large sets of data to identify whether or not a particular area is more likely to be affected by crime, and if so, which groups of people are likely to commit it. Using large data sets and complex statistical models, the idea here is that crime doesn't always happen randomly, but there is in fact some sort of pattern to it. There are several different models of predictive policing in use right now or are in the planning stage to be used across the world, across different police forces. Let's take a look at one. The Santa Cruz Police Department uses a model that is built on 5 years worth of crime data, which includes the type of crime, the time, the location, and many other factors. And then it assesses the likelihood of a crime being committed in different geographical areas within the city. The model narrows this down to squares of 500 feet by 500 feet, and 15 of these squares are given to police officers at the beginning of their duty to keep an eye over. But obviously, this kind of predictive modeling comes with its own questions. There are a lot of ethical questions here. And the biggest of which is, well, right at the very start, should crime be predicted in the first place? As with any new technology, there are lots of concerns and issues around predictive policing that need to be spoken about. One of the biggest issues is actually an ethical one, which is the issue of biased data. What does this mean? To put it in too simple a nutshell, it largely means that social biases and other human biases creep into the creation of these databases. For example, a study of the predictive policing software called PredPol by researchers at Cornell University found that it created a sort of feedback loop. Well, this meant that police officers were constantly being sent back to very specific neighborhoods, typically those with higher racial minorities, independent of the actual crime rate in the area. Now, such concern over biased data goes beyond just predictive policing. For example, Amazon recently stopped using an AI software that it was using for recruitment because it was found that the software was biased against women. Now, in predictive policing, as we saw with PredPol, this can mean that religious, cultural, and ethnic minorities can be unfairly targeted. Now, because most likely these minorities will be using social security benefits, different kinds of social security benefits provided by the government, they're more likely to give much more of their information out. Much more of your information out means that you're more likely to be targeted and rated as high risk, especially if you come from these minorities. Therefore, there's an intense discussion that needs to take place about how can we tackle biased data. But to be fair, this is not to say that predictive policing as a concept or as a system is all bad. Now, several police departments across the world have in fact used predictive policing in their day-to-day policing techniques and have actually reported less and lesser crime rates. Since safety and security is very honestly a concern of every single individual, there is a really strong case to be made for the inclusion of predictive policing. Why shouldn't the police make use of better technology if the end goal is to keep us, the citizens, safe? But this need to police better has to be met with more mature systems, systems that can limit bias however hard that may be. So what about India? Has India made any use of this kind of technology? Well, turns out we have. and there's really not so much information out there about it. We'll explore this in our next video. Stay tuned.